Hi Gemini, and welcome to your February 2019 Lenormand reading. I'm Jade with yesYesYes, and thank you for coming to my channel. I first want to give out a big shout out to all of the likes, shares, and the subscribes. It's been a real treat. I'm really enjoying this journey with you all, reading for you, and for those who have reached out for private readings, even working with you privately has been amazing as well. So if this resonates for you, this reading, because I'm trying new stuff all the time, if this is resonating for you, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you are interested in a personal reading, check out my website as well as the information on the decks. Today we're going to use the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, and this is the deck that was developed by Mademoiselle Lenormand in Paris. And there's 36 cards in this deck, so I lay out all 36. And this gives a probably the most accurate readings that I give and receive. I do these about monthly, and it's because we can look into areas of love and finance, partnership, as well as health and work. So it's great because we kind of see it all laid out. We're going to do a quick and dirty version, what I call, so it's not the full spread, but it is for you Geminis, the general reading, Gemini, for February 2019. Let's see where this begins for Gemini. Okay, that's where it's dragging. So that is the beginning of this spread. So I'm going to show you the cards, call them out, lay them down, and we'll go from there. The bouquet. Ooh, I like starting here. The scythe. There's the lady card. So for the feminine, that's where you are. The birds, or I'm sorry, the stork. This is a different bird card. The mountain. The park or the garden. There's the heart card. Now we're looking for the love. And there's the sunshine coming in next to the heart. Ooh, I love this first line, Gems. It's going to be nice. Okay, here's the coffin. And the clover. I like that this is in the past. The cross right here in the present line. And the key. There is the fox, foxy, foxy, and the whip, the book, and the letter, writing here at the end, okay. We've got the lily, and the moon, the child, and the stars, the paths, and the dog. There's the anchor and the clouds. Okay, interesting. Last line, there's the gentleman and the rider, the fish and the tree. There's the snakey and the bear, the tower. Different tower than in the tarot, and the mice. All right, Gemini, what's going on here? We've got the ring, the birds down here, the ship, and the house. Okay, so this is like our end result there at the bottom. So everything's in the line. That's great. So I'm looking at two significator cards. The feminine energies are here. The masculine energies are here. So if you're the masculine Gemini, this is your present, and all of this is your future. If you are the feminine Gemini, this line is your present, this is your past, and this is all of your future, okay? Generally speaking, things that are underneath are the subconscious, and things that are above are all the things that you're thinking about. So for masculine Gemini, you're doing a lot of thinking this month. A lot of thinking this month. Everything is above you, okay? And also in your forefront. For the feminine, it's nice because you've got a lot of things moving underneath you. So we'll see what you're not seeing, basically. Okay. I'm also going to see if there's any cards that are in their own houses. So give me a moment to count. Okay, we're all clear. So nothing is in its own house. And that just gives an extra flavor to the reading. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be a great reading without that, so don't worry. Okay, we're going to get started. One thing I just want to say is that the lady is in the house of the purpose, okay? So there's some purpose that's being driven or looked towards for the feminine this month. And then the masculine is in the house of commitment. So this is nice. So I really feel like this month the masculine Gemini is looking for commitment. He's really looking towards his feminine and really ready to settle down. And for the feminine Gemini, you might be, or you might have already met a masculine who is ready to settle down. So we'll see how this goes, okay? All right, so we're beginning this top line here. I'm going to read it like a sentence. So we've got some blessings that have come quickly to the lady, okay? In the past, we've had a lot of support from family and a lot of support from friends, and it came quickly. Now, it might have felt like it could have come too quickly and knocked the feminine off of her feet a bit, okay? So if this was like a new project, a new launch, something that all of a sudden garnered a lot of support that you didn't realize would get so big so quickly, and it kind of threw you, okay? The success of it, or even just the wrap, you blew up basically, and you weren't ready to blow up yet, okay, feminine? So there's nothing wrong with it. That's just what happened. Now, coming up in the future, we've got a beautiful new beginning, but it might be a slow-going beginning, and it looks like it's related to love. I like this. I like this in the near future here. So we've got a new beginning. It could be slow. It could be a little arduous. It might feel like you're going it alone, but what I will say is that the community, if you go out into the public, so go to a theater event, go to a museum event. These are societal, cultural events here. This is community stuff, okay? Even if it's going to a sporting event, you need to go out this month and make yourself known to the public so that this love can kind of blossom, this success can be felt, okay? And if it's not definitely a relationship, it's just that you're putting yourself out there and more people are seeing all of the beauty that you are, and they are falling in love with you and your success, and especially because we might have been talking about work up here, success is raising up. So feminine Geminis, you are doing a great job this month. Put yourself out there. You never know what kind of love is going to come towards you when you put your loving self out there, and I know that's what you are. There's no reason to hold that back. We get busy, that's the only thing, but just put yourself out there and see what comes, okay? Let's go to this next line. We'll start with the coffin. The coffin is a card of endings and transformation, so it looks like in the past for the feminine, and sorry, this is the future. Everything's the future for the masculine here. There was an ending of a peaceful or easy situation. Now, the way that there's a couple ways to read it here is that there could have been peace brought to create this ending, because there's a burden card here, and this is in the present for the feminine and in the future for the masculine. So let's see how things keep going. I'll know if it's a burden that's been released or if it's a burden that is coming forward. It's basically like, trying to read the ending or the transformation card. There was some kind of transformation in the past that transformed a feeling of luck and ease into a burden. That's what I'm seeing in the past for the feminine. In the masculine right now, there's this transformation that's happening currently. Now, the turning point here is there's something was unlocked about it, okay? This ease that became difficult. Something has been unlocked about it, and it's changed because you, Gemini, started looking out for you. You started thinking, and here it's a career card again, you started making choices that were best for you in career, best for your survival, and this is future, excuse me, so you're going to be making these choices that are best for your career, best for your survival, best for you, okay? Now, if this is career in the past, you've changed jobs, and you've come from a place where you might have been making good money, you decided that it wasn't your destiny or your purpose in life, you wanted to do something that was more meaningful, and so now you've made the choice to move forward and work for yourself. And the burden can be a financial burden. The fish are down here in the same line, so there could be that stress, and it could be a new financial burden that the feminine is feeling right now. Masculine, this might be something that's coming up for you in the near future, or that you're thinking, oh, if I make that change, that's what's going to happen, okay? But what I'm seeing is that there's actually, you just have to work hard. You just have to kind of be disciplined, okay? So the whip is a card about, you know, it can be beating yourself up about something, but it's also about discipline. It's also about repetition. And so I think that there's a real success coming from this change, this work change that you've made, that's really about your purpose, you living in a way that is giving to the world in the way that you want. And so if you're disciplined about that, then I think, and sharing it even, because the book is here to show us that secrets need to come out, things need to be revealed through your writing. So if you're a blogger, if you're a coder, if you are a polyglot, if you speak a lot of languages and that's part of your career, if there's anything to doing with writing, and it could be actual letters, or it could be if you're writing a book, it could be transcripts, anything that has to do with writing words. I will even say reading, because the book is here too. So if you're a copywriter, if you're a social media person, you know, anyone who's working in the realm of words, there's a lot of success that is here for you as long as you are disciplined about that part of your life, okay? So that means if you need to do some more studies, go back to school, take a night class, if you need to read up or watch more YouTube videos or get some more experience under your belt, work for yourself, be disciplined about it, because then this burden, this probably financial burden of making this change in career will work itself out in the near future, okay? So Gemini, I'm seeing that for both. It's closer to the feminine, but it doesn't matter. It's kind of all here for you, okay? And we are all masculine and feminine. Those are our twins. We're connected. I'm drinking the tea because I'm talking a lot. Okay. Third line. We're going to start with this lily card. I like that the lilies is right here above the masculine line. Lilies are sweet, but they're also, they're reminiscent of the past, okay? So sometimes we can be living in the past. And there could be this, and actually we have two of the flowers right in the same line. So what I'm getting is that if you're the masculine, there might be some reminiscent that you're having, that you're feeling from the past. You're wanting to have this sweetness move forward in life. And I'm also seeing that your feminine, the one that you're looking towards, is you're looking towards her, but she's still a bit of a distance, but she's not too far in your line. You will have to work hard to get to know her, because she's a little bit further along, that I should say, than you as far as development goes. She's not in her head. You're still kind of in your head about it, but that's okay. This kind of stuff passes too, okay? Some months we're in our head and some months we're doing, you know, we're busy doing and creating. So just this month, the masculine is in his head, and just this month, the feminine is doing and being busy. So next month, who knows, it could be totally different. So what's going on is that there's this reminiscent, it's an emotional connection that the masculine might be feeling. And you might be thinking this could be a woman that you've met in the past and that you're thinking about her again for your future. The other thing is that you're thinking and reminiscent about something that was sweet from the past that you want to replicate in the future. So that would mean perhaps you're just thinking, this is love month. Love month is coming up, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of love videos. So that's probably what's going on here, is that we're really thinking about what love is and what we want to replicate, what we want to bring into our lives. Masculine, you're really ready for that. So this emotional reminiscence is happening for you. Now, there's also either a child, a physical child, or something new, something fresh that's going to be starting. This is on the line of the feminine too, so let's see how it all shifts. Now, it could be that there is a, when we have the star next to a person, sometimes that means that there's fame, there's notoriety involved here, or it can be something that's destined, okay? So perhaps there was I'm just taking a long shot here. Someone wanting to adopt a child, and so you've been working on this, and that all the paperwork kind of came together and worked out, and so this destined connection, even though it wasn't a familial like an actual birth that was given, but somebody, you know, has been working towards an adoptive child. So that is what's coming forward for the masculine in the future, or it might be what's going on for the feminine right now, or perhaps something that's working underneath the lines, okay, because this is underneath the feminine. And what that means is that feminine, you may not be thinking about children whatsoever, but there could be an adopted child who has their eye on you in the future, or that's working towards you. Irregardless, let's move on. I can go down rabbit holes. So we've got an emotional reminiscence that's happening. There's some new, and let's say that this is luck and blessings. So some new blessings, something that's pushing you forward, masculine and feminine, to make a choice. And this choice is going to bring you, and it's going to actually be helped by a friend. So that a friendship in the future will help you to make a choice that will get you to a stable place. Now, we do have some clouds on the end there, and so you could make this choice. And this, I'm thinking the only thing here in this line is about stability, is about emotion, is about family or building a family, legacy, those types of things are here. So you might be in the future having help from a friend to make a choice that will set you up to be stable for building a family in the future, okay? This might be confusing to you because right now, you might not even be thinking about family. And then in the near future, all of a sudden family is something that means something to you, okay? Making your own family means something to you. So just keep that in mind, that family and children, while it may not be anything that's pinging or is on your radar right now, it could very well develop because you are creating stability in the future. You have a friendship, and this could be a long-term friendship that maybe is coming back around. You choose that you're going to dig in with this long-term friendship maybe that you haven't seen for a while, but there's definitely some confusion about whatever this choice was, okay? So just know that we can always be confused with whatever choice that presents itself to us, but when you make a choice that's from your intuitive nature, and you have a couple of cards here that are about wishes and about intuition and emotion, make sure that you're checking in with your intuition and your emotion. So whatever this choice is, you can negate this confusion because you know you've made the choice that's best for you because you've checked in with your intuition, because you know it's been something that you've been wishing for, okay? So just know there's a big choice coming up. It may have to do with you being family ready, or a long-term friendship that's been there, and check in with your intuition and also what's underlying, you know, what you might have been secretly wishing for, feminine, secretly, who knows? All right. Last line for that masculine, there's some movement forward, masculine, and I like that the fish is here on your line. So that means that you're moving towards money. Hey, money, 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 we like this. So there's a movement towards money. It could be a good idea that's coming up that will generate money. Now, I'll also say there is some other issues here. You've got a couple of challenge cards in this line. The tree is here, which is family, it's legacy, it's also health, okay? So what we could be looking at is there could be an expensive health situation coming up. There could be an expensive family situation coming up, or you could be gaining money from a health situation or a family situation. So what I would interpret that is, and I would say that because the snake is here, it can be that there's a little bit of, okay, let me go back. If there's money coming in from family, meaning if there is a will and you've been willed some money, okay, there's going to be some tension in the family because of that, okay? If there is money that's coming in from a health situation, maybe you were on, one of those like huge, large scale, money's, I don't even know what those things are called anymore. The large scale, when somebody sues a company, like a diet program that you were involved in 5 or 10 years ago or something, and so there's a large scale lawsuit. Anyway, money coming in from something that's health related, there's going to be some tension about it, and maybe it's you get a large amount of money and all of a sudden people are treating you differently. People are not as nice to you because they might be jealous, okay? Or they might be even more nice to you and you're suspecting that they just want to get into this money situation that you've just drawn to yourself, okay? So just keep that in mind. There's something about money, health, and family that's coming up for you, specifically for the masculine, but it's still in the feminine future, okay? Now, so be aware that there could be something shifty underneath it all. If you're presented with a new health routine, or if you're presented with, what would this be that's family related? If somebody in your family presents you with a new way to make money, how about that? Look at it for what it is. Be careful. That's all that's saying, is that, you know, there's money connected to this tree, but we don't want to lose it all. So we want to generate it, and we want to step forward in a way that's powerful. So the bear is here. Now the bear can negate the issues with the snake. However, just keep in mind that you need to move through this issue with the snake first to get to the strength of the bear. And the strength of the bear is authoritative. It can be mother or father energy, but it can be boss energy as well. So anything that, if you need to take this on and just kind of cut people out of your life because of this, because of their behavior, because they're trying to get at your fish, then you need to do it, and do it in a way that is best for you, and not necessarily dancing around the subject, because you need to take care of you and get rid of any kind of energy that could be coming after any type of strength and roots, foundation, family, legacy, or money that you're generating, or good health, okay? If there's any threat to any of those things, cut it down in the near future. Now, we have the organization card, the Tower here, and there's some nervousness energy in that. So I'm going to go back to, if this is a lawsuit, because that would, you know, make sense that there's some kind of Tower energy, there's some nervousness about it, okay? So just make sure that if you have a lawsuit, if you have anything that's connected to the legal system or a large corporation that is money or health or family oriented this month, be really clean, be really clear with what your choices are, with you moving forward in any new relationships, or signing any new contracts, accepting any offers, anything that comes through this month. Just be really clear. Make sure that you're checking in. We're going back to intuition here. Checking in with your intuition, realizing this is the way to go. Then it will all work out, and you can get rid of the feeling of anxiety here, okay? I like that we begin this reading here with this lovely blessing of the bouquet, and then we end with anxiety. These are hard workers too, you know, but they can also take down anything that you've been working hard to get, okay? So just keep that in mind. We don't want to get lost in our heads. Geminis can do that, you know, you can drive yourself crazy, so I don't want you to do that, okay? So just be really clear about what's going to serve you best this month, and if somebody is infringing upon your benevolence, what's coming to you, cut them out, okay? If someone is working underhandedly against you, cut them out. Don't even be nice about it. There's no time to play, okay? All right, final cards. Final cards, we are here. There's some commitment that happens through conversation. This might be up here with the conversations when you put yourself out in the world, and there's success with love. And here it is again, Gemini. I've been seeing this a lot, moving homes, okay? So consider looking for a new apartment. Maybe you're in the works of this now. Consider changing your location for a fresh new outlook. Maybe all of this change that's happened in the past is really pushing you to change homes, okay? And it could be that you just go sailing. Wouldn't that be nice, just to go sailing for a while? Like, just take the year and go sailing around the world. And that could be, I would love that. If you do that, please let me know and I will join you. Okay, Gemini? So there's some commitment and conversations that are happening around you. And I don't know if this is love commitment, but we'll see. But you're talking about this commitment. It could be the, for the masculine, you're talking about a love commitment. Feminine, you could be building up to this place. And this conversation about commitment is leading you straight into moving, journeying, in finding a home in a place of adventure and newness for you, okay? It's a new, fresh start somewhere, Gemini. There's some movement. Don't deny it, okay? This is great. I'm excited for you in February. Okay, so please let me know if you resonate with this. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear in the comments below. And oh my gosh, I've talked so long for you guys. If you want to do a full-scale reading with me where we dive into more, we get into specifically what's underneath and what's above, what's coming down the pipeline, I'm happy to work with you. So check out that information in the website. And for now, I'm going to send you all of my love.